I do believe in the power of experiments. And if we have fun with something, then we have more energy for experiments. What I see as a problem is that developers actually right now, they learn at universities, they go to companies, and they are constrained to tons of rules. And sometimes the whole fun is gone. And how do you even know? How can we know that our rules are good if we sometimes not try something against the rules? And I think a lot of the rules that we are now considering good or best practices, in one moment they were just funny experiment. So that's exactly what I am trying to provoke. More experiments, more fun. That's maybe you will discover something completely new that will be a breakthrough in IT. So, of course, initially we thought that computer science is all mathematics, but whenever someone does computer programming for a living, it seems that this whole mathematics is gone. But recently, with a breakthrough in more adaptation of functional programming, we actually see that the math is coming back to us. And something that surely is now leading in this area is a thing called category theory. But I don't think this is a good thing to start with. Actually, I think that a lot of developers can start in the area of mathematics with something called abstract algebra. So that they will see that, for instance, in fact, while you are doing, counting your employees or counting products somewhere, so the thing we do for business, you are actually playing with monoids or semi-groups. And the books for that and this whole area is way, way easier actually to follow. And the book that I would, for instance, recommend would be like Roger Penrose's Emperor's New Mind, which is not very scientific, it's rather popular science, but it really is opening a mind. And it's very inspirational. So this question is actually tricky because I wouldn't say that I only love Scala. Actually, I love and hate Scala because that happens whenever you are using the language more, because now you not only you see the good points but also the bad ones. But Scala surely is one of the language that covers a lot of areas that makes you able to experiment with lots of things that other languages do not let you. Exactly this is mixing paradigms of object-oriented, imperative, and functional programming, type-level programming. You can try all of them. You can choose. It's like language that covers it all. And it's not a coincidence. It's by design. Actually, the original name was a scalable language. So it should more or less be like that. On the other hand, I in fact do love some smaller languages like Haskell or like Clojure, which are very limited, but on the other hand, these limitations and constraints make those programming in these languages sometimes even more funny. I awaited this question because I'm even known that I am a big opponent of a thing called enterprise, and I do think that enterprise became in the last years more a joke than something real. When I'm thinking about enterprise, what does it mean? For me it means broken. So I don't see and I don't hear Java Enterprise Edition, I hear Java Broken Edition. And this is not a coincidence because Java EE, I was there when it was created. It was a good and a nice experiment and answer for the problems we had in the 90s. 10,000 of customers, limited memory, computer networks with computers with one single CPU, but the world has changed. And unfortunately, the developers' behaviors and tools are still there. And actually, right now, I would say majority of people doing Java EE, maybe they are not doing the best thing in terms of tools. And what is also important is that at that time, we were programming differently. The object-oriented programming was on top, and a lot of the solutions we have in Java EE actually are even crazy when we look from current experience, that we use reflection, so-called reflection magic, which actually breaks on production, where we can use more compiler power, functional abilities in Java, so that our code will be tested properly and will be proven during the compilation and build time. So at the moment, really, my conclusion is Java EE is probably for a new project not the best thing for you, and basically enterprise for me became a little bit a joke.